Hi, welcome back. I am Sage and you are watching Kalkine TV live from Sydney. This is the Stocks in Action show. Let's have a look at the ASX 200 and the ASX listed stocks that are trending today. The S&P ASX 200 is up today, gaining 64.80 points or 0.92% to 7,145.60. The top performing stocks in this index are the Star Entertainment Group Limited up 7.54% and Crown Resorts Limited up as well 6.85%. Over the last 5 days, the index has gained 1.66% and is currently 0.02% off its 52-week high. 8 of 11 sectors are higher along with the S&P ASX 200 index. Materials is the best performing sector, gaining 2.39% and 7.48% for the past 5 days. And on that note, let's have a look at some major news from the ASX listed companies. Beginning with the first big news. Digital Wine witnesses 350% hike in April orders. Digital Wine Ventures Limited shared that Wine Depot has shipped a total of 23,006 cases in April, up 580% on the same month last year. In total, 9,512 orders were processed during April. This is 350% higher month over month, and this equated to a new record average of 2.42 cases shipped per order. Several huge trade orders and wine club runs containing multiple cases contributed to the record results. Digital Wine Ventures also announced that Wine Depot has signed up another 19 new suppliers since the last update and has soft launched its direct-to-trade marketplace, with the first orders being delivered in Sydney and Melbourne last week. Meanwhile, the stock of the Digital Wine Ventures Limited was spotted trading at 0.11 Australian dollars per share, current at 11:30 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. And moving on now to the next big news. PointsBet acquires Premier Turf Club. PointsBet Holdings Limited shared on Monday that its wholly owned subsidiary, PointsBet USA Inc., has entered into a binding agreement to acquire Premier Turf Club, LLC, an advanced deposit wagering, ADW operator. The deal has been struck for $2.9 million and the transaction is likely to get closed later this month. Premier Turf Club is licensed in Oregon by the Oregon Racing Commission and is set to situate PointsBet within the growing US online racing market. It should be noted that PointsBet is continually expanding rapidly across the United States. Premier Turf Club has been in business over 13 years with the website betptc.com. And meanwhile, the stock of PointsBet Holdings Limited was spotted trading at $14.15 Australian per share at 11:30 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. And moving on again to the next ASX listed stock, which is in the news today. Brookside Energy provides an upbeat update on dual well operations. Brookside Energy Limited updated its investors and shareholders on the drilling of the high-impact dual well located in Brookside's Swish area of interest in the Anadarko Basin. The dual well was successfully spudded on the evening of the 8th of May 2021 after successful completion of a rig-up and equipment testing. Operations in the previous 24-hour period, including laying out the drill string, making up the BHA, installing the MWD and making up the drill bit. The well is currently drilling ahead in the vertical section, and meanwhile the stock of Brookside Energy Limited was trading at 0.032 Australian dollars per share, current at 11:30 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. Let's have a look at the next stock on the radar. Alligator Energy partners with global uranium group Traxys and shares are surging. The Alligator Energy Limited announced on Monday it has formed a strategic relationship with Traxys North America LLC, the US arm of the global commodities trading group Traxys. Under the agency agreement signed today, Traxys will provide uranium marketing services for future uranium production, long-term offtake contracting, project development financing and assist in uranium project acquisition opportunities. Traxys is a metals, minerals and alloys merchant with a turnover exceeding $6 billion annually. And during the term of the agreement, Traxys will act as Alligator's exclusive agent for the marketing of produced uranium. And meanwhile, Alligator Energy Limited stock was trading at 0.025 Australian dollars per share, and this information is current at 11:30 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. As we now move on to the last stock on the list, Tanami Gold and Northern Star Resources agree to restructure Central Tanami joint venture. Tanami Gold shared that it has entered into a binding agreement with Northern Star Resources Limited and its wholly owned subsidiary Northern Star Tanami Pty Limited to establish a new 50-50 joint venture covering the Central Tanami project, and the agreement is aimed at providing a pathway for exploration and development at Central Tanami. The main objective of both the companies is to develop and start mining of the Ground Rush deposit and any ore reserves and resources delineated on the joint venture tenements at the earliest possible time. And meanwhile, Tanami Gold were trading at 0.09 Australian dollars and Northern Star Resources Limited were trading at $11 Australian 0.035 cents at 11:30 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. And that's all for now. Do stay tuned with Kalkine TV for more live market updates, and we will be back with more news on the markets, economy and diverse themes and sectors. Sage signing off.